Good morning. You join me on a daily commute. So let's have a look and see how we get on. So it is 7:28, and in the car this commute would normally take me about 50 minutes. So let's have a look and see how we get on. You actually park in there? It appears so. So it is the 2nd of October, I think. Could be the 3rd. Can't actually remember. But anyway, it's a Thursday. It's the first Thursday in October. In a very dry West Midlands, UK. Quality bit of driving, love. Dear God. And this will just give you a little bit of an idea of what it's like to commute on the PCX. You'll see the sort of roads that I commute in on, the time that can be saved when I'm filtering, all that sort of stuff, and hopefully it's useful. And it'll kind of hopefully make sense as to why it's so much easier to commute on a moped or a scooter. It is a bit chilly today, but I am nice and warm. Top tip, especially for a scooter commuter, making sure that you have a scarf between your helmet and your jacket. That makes a big difference. And again, the auto stop-start kicking in. Probably see the light flashing on there now. Not sure how much fuel that actually saves, if I'm honest, but don't know. Currently doing 133 miles to the gallon. It's a little bit down on what it has been. It was close to 145 earlier in the week, but it's been pretty chocker traffic-wise. So there's been a lot of stopping and pulling away, which obviously doesn't help. Let's go, mate. Kind of gives you an idea how bright the lights are as well. And yeah. Oh, there's a man on an electric scooter there. Look. Yeah. So this bit here in a minute, no doubt those lights just after this junction are going to turn to red, and when they do, it gives me an opportunity to sort of filter up the other lane, depending on whether they change or not. Let's have a look. Oh, we might be lucky. Oh, bit of an amber gambler. Never mind. Well, no worse than the bloke that went behind me. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, my commute is about 12 miles, and I'm not going to say that I'm going to do it in every weather. I mean, we had torrential rain earlier this week. I was not going to be riding in that. I mean, you know, I'm all for time saving and stuff, but no, it's no real fun. So, yeah, I mean, commuting when the weather's dry or when it's a bit drizzly, that's okay. But, yeah. I mean, I know it's only a 125, but I absolutely love the fact that it'll still blitz. Ooh, PCX. It'll still blitz anything away from the lights car-wise up until 25 mile an hour. And which in town is all you need. Oh, go on then. And that really is all you need. I apologise if I sound a bit nasally or anything. I've just had the biggest dose of man flu going, so. But yeah, hopefully. Hopefully you kind of you're getting a decent audio quality, and hopefully you're getting a decent picture quality. It's probably my favourite time of the year currently as well, because crisp, clean mornings. The weather's generally okay, like it's not awful, and you get some amazing sunrises because the time shifts, and especially when the clocks go back. You don't have to be up at 4 o'clock in the morning to get a sunrise, so which is really, really nice. But anyway, the one thing that I do need to buy that I haven't bought, well, I have bought one, but I have two visors. I have a clear visor, which obviously I use if it's raining or at night, and I have a smoked visor that I use pretty much the rest of the time. I mean, I always have my clear visor with me in my scoot, but yeah, I just prefer a tinted visor. I find, especially at an evening when I'm riding home, and it's, you know, low sun or anything like that. But the downside is, especially as a glasses wearer, is you get a bit of fogging, obviously, inside your lens. I've got a pin lock, and that pin lock stops the inside of my visor fogging up on my clear one. Thank you. But the smoked one, I don't have a pin lock in at the moment, and that does just mean that unfortunately it gets a little bit foggy if I keep the visor shut in the mornings. So I do need to get another one. They're like 25 quid. They're not bad, but they're like double glazing for your visor. If you've never heard of them, pin lock. They're really, really good. You have to have a compatible helmet, but most of them are, and it basically just clips into the visor. It's like a piece of plastic. Oh, we'll just go anyway. Yeah, and all it basically does, well, this is typical. On the morning that I thought I'd show you a commute where I can save a load of time, there's normally a humongous queue there. But never mind, it's fine. I am marginally earlier than normal. So yeah, it just really helps So at the moment I've got to have the visor just cracked open just a touch, and that's basically might be giving you some wind noise. Oh, here's a massive queue, probably, I think. Yeah. So here's a good example of a commute problem that I'd have. It's actually worse than normal because it's beyond the junction, so I'm not going to go round on the junction. I'm not a fucking mentalist. But yeah, this is a particular problem. So now the engine's cut out, so that's going to save a thimble worth of fuel. So that queue in front, in the car, obviously I've got to sit in it. In the bike, I won't. Let's wait and see if he turns. There we go. So my work colleague will probably be sat in this, because she comes exactly the same route as I do, and we used to car share, which was lovely. And I do actually miss the car sharing a little bit, because I enjoy, I miss sort of the venting about work-related stuff and things like that. A little bit. Oh, that's very kind. Thank you. And we've got a nice little filter lane for me here. Look. So this is a queue that adds about 10 to 15 minutes onto my journey. But nice little poodle at the outside. Just have to watch for people turning right here, but generally they're okay. I think we can get in front of the tractor. God, he's loud.